Hi, I'm Garcella Robinson and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video that has been a long time in the making, and that's my review of Immortal Dark. Now we already know that the second book is coming out in November, and I'm already prepared by having it pre-ordered. And if you guys haven't, then you definitely should, okay? So we can already tell how this review is about to go. But let's go ahead and get into it, and let me tell you the reasons on what I liked and didn't like about Immortal Dark. So let's go ahead and get started. So just to get started, let me just go ahead and let you guys know that I rated this book 4.5. I read this in the month of August. It was on my August TBR, and I'm happy to say that this book was actually really good. Okay, guys, this book was great. And now don't get me wrong, there was some things that I didn't like about it. Yes, and we're going to get more into that. But yes, there was things that I did not like about this book, and there was things that I liked about this book. But yes, the overall rating was 4.5. I really wished I could have gave it a 5-star, but sadly it didn't give that full 5-star vibe, okay? And yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know. So let's go ahead and get into pretty much the synopsis of this story, if you will. So in Immortal Dark, we have two heiresses, Keaton and June. I'm not 100% sure if I'm saying it right, Keaton. I'm not 100%, but that's how I hear it. That's how I pronounce it in my head, okay? Yes, we have our two heiresses, and they end up becoming orphaned, and after their parents die, and they end up going into like not a system. They end up getting raised up by one of the ladies who takes care of them, that they saw as their somewhat surrogate, well, their adoptive mom. And in this story, we have Kidan. She end up going through like a whole thing. She has been accused of murder, and her sister has went missing. So in Immortal Dark, we have two heiresses, June and Kadan. Now, I don't know if I'm saying Kadan right, but that's pretty much how I pronounce it in my head, okay? And there's going to be a whole bunch of other names I messed up. All right, bear with me. We know we all pronounce our characters' names different in our head, but I'll look it up later to see if I'm right. But as far as I know, as far as my brain knows, it's Kadan. But yes, so we have our two heiresses, and one of them has gone missing. And then we have Kadan. She's pretty much looking for her sister while also being accused of murder and possibly going to trial soon. When she tries to get in contact with her auntie because she finds out some information that leads her back to her family's estate and where they used to stay at, which is pretty much, I believe it was Uxley University, that homes a variety amount of vampires. It's already getting juicy in it. But yes, and after Kadan's auntie passes away, the new head, kind of like the head of the university, she comes and get Kadan and was like, oh, for you to be able to come into the university, you have to pass the exam. And all she could think about is getting her sister back. She really don't care about her family's estate anymore. But when she gets there, she ended up finding a whole bunch of other secrets that she did not expect, and also a vampire who is supposedly on her parents' will, and she wants to know why they're on her parents' will and find out how he can lead her to her lost sister. Yes, so just by giving y'all the synopsis, bro, it's already sounding good, okay? It's already sounding good, and just as good as the synopsis was, the book was. But let me go ahead and put the book down. There are some things that I did not like about this book, and that's what took my 0.5. Now, usually I don't really go into my personal things that I have for a rating, because I feel like it takes the love from a book, but it's more personal to me. So this is literally just my opinion, okay? This is just my opinion. The one thing that I did not like about this book, and I don't know if I would want to say well, I don't think this is a spoiler. I don't think this is a spoiler, but the one thing that I did not like about this story was Kidan and I think his name's Suseno, something like that. It's Susenyos. All right. Yes, the vampire in pretty much in her house. I didn't like their dynamic. Well, I wouldn't say I didn't like their dynamic. I didn't like on some occasions how she treated him and how she treated her friends different. Now there's a part in the story that her friends end up going through kind of like this thing. Like Kadan, she after pretty much after she admits to the things that she did, she kind of want to rid the world of all evil, and she see herself as evil too. Now her friends end up doing something that was evil too in her eyes, and because they are human, she give them that kind of she kind of gives them that she kind of gives excuses on how evil, I mean how their evilness, they can turn around, it could change and stuff like that, and she gives them so much leeway that she does not get Susanos. And I also feel like the reason why I say this is personal, because I feel like it's biased, because I love vampires, okay? Like I just automatically want them to fall in love and everything like that, and you know, give me what I want. All right, I want the author to give me what I want, so that's why I say this is biased. But I just did not like that dynamic, and I feel like that's important to have in a book, like, well, the fairness of it, because I didn't like how she did that in that way, because yes, there was things that Susanos did that was really bad, but also her friends did just as bad, but she let them pass. Like, that don't make no sense to me, okay? And not even just that, like, she was seeing this man as evil for so long, and after finding out he was innocent, she still treated him like trash. Yeah, I did not like that. And that was the only thing, I feel like that was the main thing and only thing that I did not like about this book, is that little dynamic there, because it don't make no sense to me, especially if you're preaching about getting rid of evil. Your friends should be included in that. Your friends should be included in that ideology, especially because she was making it seem like it was kind of like a rite of her passage, or this is something that she has to do, like she has to get rid of all evil. And that was just one thing that I was just not messing with. Like, don't be like, now you being what's it called, what is the word, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite. And I felt like she was a hypocrite in this instance. And yes, but the one thing that I will say is that I loved Kiran. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did love the character. Though she made me mad in those circumstances, I did love the character, okay? Now, that's all that I didn't like about it. Now, let's get into everything I did like about it. So y'all see how short and sweet this is. Like, usually when it's your favorite book, you really, I'm not, well, I wouldn't say it is my favorite, okay? It was a great book. Just, I wouldn't claim it as my favorite, but I feel like when you end up reading a book that's really good, it's kind of hard to have like a lot of things to say. It's kind of like you just blank. And that's what I'm doing. But the things that I did love about this book is how much our character had love for her sister, because I love my sister to death, and I feel like I would do anything for her. And some of the things that June did definitely related to how, I wouldn't say what she did, but related to how I probably would have handled the situation in the book too. The author also didn't make Kadan whiny. Like, she didn't make her whiny. She made her stand on business and stuff like that. And she actually had her fighting back, like, and questioning authority, but also knowing when to back down. And I love that about this author. I feel like also too, like, what I loved about it is like the funny little parts that she had in the book. Like, now this may be a spoiler. But there's a part where I'm not gonna spoil you, but it is part of the story, okay? Now there's a part in the story where Kadan, she ended up having an assignment where they have to dance around the, pretty much not like dance around, but they have to ask a vampire for something that they deem as important on themselves. So it could be like a scarf, necklace, blah blah. Now Susanos, he hates Kadan just as much as Kadan hate him, okay? And he pretty much she kind of embarrassed him on something, and he ended up telling all the vampires don't give her nothing, and it pretty much like, oh, if she don't get nothing, she's gonna fail this assignment, which will fail her in the class that she needs to pass to that she needs to pass to be able to inherit her family's estate and also show Susanos up. Okay, so she couldn't find anything. Then she remembered that there was something that she did, the reason of why he was embarrassed in the first place. And because after she asked him, he like, no, like, if you want it, beg me for something. But he pretty much, she said, I'm not stooping that low, I'm not begging you. So after that, she get on stage and she ended up branding, like, showing off something that he did not like, and that mess was hilarious. And the fact that, like, he was just so angry, and it was just, yeah, I can't wait for the next book to drop. What I also loved about it is, like, how she was able to find her, pretty much make her find her own family and have that dynamic too. And I also loved how Susanos and Kadan was willing to band together to figure out everything that was going on, all the stories that was happening. The author was writing so beautifully. Like, she writes so beautifully. I was able to fall in love with this story and actually dig deep into, like, just everything that this author had to show us. I feel like for a debut novel, this was perfectly done. Like, well done. Well done. The only thing that I would say is that, like, making the main character a hypocrite is kind of crazy to me, but other than that, this story was definitely done well. Like, let's give this author a round of applause, okay? Let's give this author a round of applause because she definitely deserved it. She deserves it. Now, I feel like that's all I have to say about it. I really can't wait till the next book to come out. I already have it pre-ordered and I am ready for November to come around so I can give you guys a review of that book too. I know I didn't say a lot. But I had to give this author her own, pretty much give this book its own standing ovation and give you guys my thoughts on how I like this book, especially because of, yes, it was in the making. It was in the making, okay? So once again, guys, that's all I have to say about Immortal Dark. I am so ready for the next book to come out. All right. Now, if you want to get more reviews like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love bringing this video to you guys. I really wish I could have gave you more, but I really just want to say I love this book. All right. I really loved it. Well, I really liked it, loved it. Either way, it probably won't be going on my favorites, but I definitely would continue to recommend this book. Okay, I will continue to recommend it. And yes, I can't wait for the next book to come out. But once again, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.